What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of my Hungarian Let's Play. I think this is the 12th episode. Anytime I say that, I kind of regret it because the thought of me being wrong and saying that is just awkward. But there you go. I just wanted to say that we haven't been doing that much that seems productive in terms of declaring wars and so on. But my thoughts are that if we continue to be productive, like take religious ideas, smash those out at an extremely fast rate, make a ton of money, develop our land and industrialize our land. My thoughts are that we're doing well, and I'm hoping that if we mess around while our aggressive expansion goes away by working away at Poland, Denmark, and/or Burgundy, I'm hoping that the dynamic can change enough to where, like, for example, if we fed Bohemia, he might rival the Ottomans, for example, or at least his attitude will change if we, crush the PLC. Same goes for Muscovy. I don't know, if we send Denmark into decline, maybe they will become invalid. He rivals the Ottomans. Either way, I think time is on our side because our diplomacy is so good. What we're going to do this episode is declare on Venice over Imperial Ban War. It's a shame somebody pieced out Austria and returned Istria to Venice. However, this war should be quite productive for us because we can release Croatia, who I predict, hopefully correctly, that they will join the Empire. That is my prediction. And this war should be profitable, I would suggest. We're going to go around separate piecing these one province miners. And it should be profitable. Throw our 4 shock general on here. That should be a stack wipe. Maybe he's going to get morale back, but I think this will be a stack wipe. If he can retreat here, as long as we win, I can send my navy out. We don't even need to defeat him in the shock phase. Got him. Rough. The poor Venetians. So that should make short work of this here. Releasing Croatia for free. Oh no. Oh no. How? No, that's BS. How did he remove his core at the same time? How is this part of the Empire, but nobody in the Empire has core there? I call BS. I call BS, dude. We have to own Istria ourselves, which means we take the aggressive expansion, etc. I can't give it to anybody. Oh, God. How did that even work out that way? I'm mad about that, dude. I'm mad about that as my voice breaks. That's BS. Man, Bohemia looking strong. I like it. He's our ally. Let's hope things stay that way. Really good relations with him. Seriously, I either get the -2 Empire, like, permanently, or we take a aggressive expansion hit over this trash. I don't want 8 development that I'm not going to state up because I don't even own the rest of the land. That's so lame. It has to be done. But, man, I would rather see my aggressive expansion out here, you know? Annexing Bosnia. Feels bad, man. Just go siege down Venice while we can. And it looks like we have superior navy, which is kind of hilarious, but that's how things are when a nation declines like this. Bosnia declares war on Venice. Huh. This is such a pointless war, to be honest. Get some money, some prestige. That's about it. It's actually counterintuitive, but it had to be done. Wow, it's pretty sad that things turned out this way, but oh well, it's not that significant overall. Um, I don't even think we can get a fort in the area here because Bosnia's on it, which means I'm not going to bother. And I predict that Bosnia conquers that. He's slowly becoming more and more of a Catholic power here, and he might pull some awkward diplomacy soon, similar to Naples. Speaking of Naples, our truce is up with him. I should declare on him over one province here before France will back him up. I might do that, but first, let's finish this war if possible. France has quite some debt still. I'm moving my Siege 2 and cannons into here to move things along faster. Yeah, let's wrap this war up really quickly and go into Venice. I'll feel better about that, taking a nice province here. We're about to be capped on admin. Gonna go ahead and rush down religious ideas for the Deuce Vault and the conversion strength. Missionary conversion strength is very valuable for us because we don't have it in our national ideas. Unlike Byzantium, where it's a bit awkward. Like Byzantium, you kind of want the religious, I mean the missionary to some extent, but the CB and so on. Whereas you don't really need the missionary strength at all. How are we doing? Our ship's 74. I kind of want to fight this out because we might steal one of his ships. Nice, we totally did. Stole another ship. Hee suckers. Feels good, man. I wonder how strong Naples is. He is free and independent. $16k. Should make short work of him. Dude, I'm gonna own this province. I'm so salty about that. I'm so salty about that. Like, what can I do? I can't even give it away. But it's part of the empire now. Damn it. The more money we make from like these wars, the more I'm gonna feel comfortable about taking Defender of the Faith. And that morale could for sure help us against, for example, against the Ottomans. The damned Ottomans. Okay, let's use our 4-shock general ready to go in against Naples. 300 from Mantua. Yes, please. Prestige. I guess we got money in prestige from this war as well as the grotesque amount of aggressive expansion. Yeah, so I can cancel Naxos. I can revoke cores. I'm not a big fan of doing that. It actually, in many cases, limits opportunities. We could have Venice as a member of the Empire one day. It's an option. Let's do some ending rivalries, I guess. I won't break alliance with the Knights. Maybe deter the Ottomans from taking that. Yep, that was awkward. Stupid amount of aggressive expansion. I wanted to spend that aggressive expansion taking a Holstein or something, you know? Jeez. How stupid. Oh well. It is what it is. And we're about to get more aggressive expansion, so... Now, my Diplo, I would develop my land, but let's wait for the estate to come along. What I'm going to do instead is spread some Hungarian culture to these cloth producing provinces, which are farmlands, so that we can make these totally beast in the future, and feel a bit better about the fact that the culture is accepted without having to spend the 100. It's not the 100 Diplo. We almost spent 100 Diplo there. What I mean is the Diplo slot on Croatian culture. Alrighty. What I'm going to do here... Aha! Unfortified province. Idealism. What I'm going to do here is use these diplomats to make sure these Italians are not mad at us to the best of my ability. Why are you so mad? Because, yeah, we're way over 50 in this region. Trying to keep the coalition under control with the diplomats. So, no garrison means we take the mountain fort for free, which is also the war goal. That's hilarious. And good. Very good. Saxony took land somehow. Oh, we have truce with him, I bet. But even with truce, he's that loyal to us. Awesome. And he will return a fall. Now, Saxony's getting very close to being fully annexed, guys. If Saxony gets fully annexed, we throw down an electorship on Pomerania, and that sorts out that problem of Pomerania leaving the empire. That will no longer be an issue. I'm just going to go for the cheap advisor here. We could do with some manpower growth, but there's no point having a +2 military advisor when we're just swimming in military points. And speaking of swimming in points, it's about time we insult somebody, I think, to keep our power projection up. Because I don't plan to go to war against one of our rivals in, anytime in the immediate future. The glorious stack wipe. The Hungarian 8 cavalry combat ability 4 shock stack wipe. Feels good, man. Alright, let's have a look. Truce of Venice. Truce of Milan. Yep. Truce of Naples. Let's go. I'll wait just a touch to get his war reparations. We want to be as affluent as possible so that we can just smash out the Colonialism Institute. And so on. Keep the Pope as happy from now on, really. We want the Pope to be as happy as possibly. Keep these diplomats occupied. So I bet I can piece them out now for that. Yes, I can. Alrighty. Got a nice fort here in Italy now, which will make any war against Naples or Aragon even easier, as they'll most likely walk into our land and we just brutalize them. As if we're not brutal enough already. Fantastic. Let's wait a couple months to skimp on even like the 1 or 2 coring cost here. And we're getting close to that discipline, dude. That discipline is going to even up the discipline against the Mamelukes. You know what, guys? I think France soon will rival the Ottomans. If Austria becomes invalid, which they may very well do, considering he's not the emperor, France will probably return the rival against... whoa! 556! Holy crap! Glad France is my friend. France will probably rival the Ottomans in due time. That's really good for us, obviously. Really good for us, obviously. Plus stability, really good for us, obviously. Feels good, man. Yearly paper influence feels good, man. I want the inflation reduction. I really want the inflation reduction, because even with our advisor, the rate that we're taking money from nations. We've got some inflation, and any inflation is bad inflation. I'm gonna sit on this province here. It looks like we can actually no, we can't. Ah, yes, we can diminish the Venetian revolt entirely by sitting on the province. This province is Croatian, not Venetian. Cool. Clergy gets influence here. Now, I can take 100 admin. And if we get his influence up to, that's going to be 67. If we can raise his influence by 10, we can take 150 admin. That gives 15. That gives 10. Let's do it, dude. I might even hire the +3 advisor. And he's missionary strength as well. Either way, I want that admin. Ooh, even better. I think that even at 50%, the advisor will be too much and it will be really slow conversion. So instead, we're going to take papal influence for influence. Raise it up there. Just under the crisis. 150 admin. Boom. We're doing good with the votes, man. Screw rep right now. We don't need rep right now. I want inflation reduction. I want my economy to be completely beast. We've got to be as strong as possible in the next few years. We've got to make gains so that, Castile, eh? Defender. Morocco's just straight up attacking Castile in 1488. Awkward. I don't like to see that, exactly. Prefer the Muslims to not take over Europe, if possible. We shall be doing the taking over of approximately everywhere. Please, game, have some respect. Have some goddamn respect. Got truces all over Italy, which is really nice. Yeah, so coming up, Bohemia will help us here. A bit of France helps us out. That's going to make really short work of a nice war there for the Empire's sake against Burgundy. But this is the other one I'm really interested in. Muscovy caught up in tech. I should wait for the discipline before starting any other war. How strong is Poland, dude? 38,000 and Lithuania 15,000. He's got 31,000 force limit, but Lithuania is pretty bad as a subject, raising his force limit all the way up. Yeah, I think if we gear up for the war, we can smash them. And here's a way we can look at it. Muscovy and Bohemia could kind of deter Scandinavia. I'm pretty confident that's the case. Combined, they could deter them. So if we look at it that way, I could smash Poland myself, in my opinion. I think we're a lot stronger than them at the moment with our everything. With our everything, we're stronger than them, like our generals, etc. Our army tradition, our prestige. What is his prestige? Yep. So if we pull a good advisor, we could just smash him, I would suggest, while our allies deter them. And that's probably what we're going to do, hoping that Saxony or an elector in general gets annexed. We could revoke an electorship, but that's a bit much. Costs you 10 influence. You know, I've spoken about how we're not fully committing to the empire, but neither do we want to sabotage it in any way. I would love to get this 10% reduced coring cost before what? Before the Protestant League Wars, when I can't pass a duder. We must pass all duders. I'm going to convert this guys to Hungarian, even though it's a... Oh, it is a farmlands. I must have been mousing on that when I looked last time. Nice. So same thing here. It's only wheat, but yeah, it's cheap to develop. We can help embrace institutes much quicker, faster by developing that. If we're doing very well, like we have been with monarch points. I've got too many diplomats doing nothing. Now, I do have a slot available. Yes. I was about to say we should keep an eye out for free PUs if they're free. As I do have a slot available, a Diplo slot. We do have Diplo ideas, so I can cancel these royal marriages. Yes. Let's do some cheeky PU hunting, considering that we're such a boss emperor without even trying too hard. Soon we will pass this. That's an extra Diplo reputation. We currently have a negative modifier for Diplo reputation, but we're just killing it. That Diplo rep is about to go away. And, that's with being extremely aggro. Some would say we're the best. Some would say we're the best. I'm not that arrogant to actually say that. You won't ever catch me saying that I'm the best, or at least the best, or anything like that. But this is a pretty good run. Some would say the best run ever conceived, and that I'm going to one-tag the whole world, but definitely not me, because I'm a really humble guy. I don't think I've ever been quite so rich and powerful as Hungary at such an early stage. Manpower's getting ridiculous, accumulating a bunch of money, and soon enough going to absolutely just ruffle stomp the supposed uber powerful Ottomans. Feeling really, really good. In all seriousness, guys, feeling really good. Trying to do a cheeky PU here over Bosnia. That would be a cool way to just take them out quickly. Without any real aggressive expansion. Neapolitans here, papal rebels here. We're almost able to prevent these guys from spawning by just chilling on their provinces. I'm going to spend some of the manpower, guys, on some cannons while we're really rich to make these sieges really good. Which ally do we have who is least happy with us? Looks like just about everybody's pretty happy. But the answer is Muscovy. Let's please him a bit. And Muscovy's expanding into the Crimea, getting closer and closer to the Ottomans. Yes, please. He shouldn't have good attitude with them, and we got plenty of favors. If he gets close, I'm going to take the prestige here, but let's actually just wait. Let's just wait. Because our prestige is decaying, I don't think it's going to make a difference by the looks of things. It did. Why? We got one extra prestige. Haha, suckers. Nice, let's roll another military leader. No, we don't need to. There's no necessity. Come on. I'm not going to war. We can develop instead. Let's not get crazy, monk. You've played this game once or twice before. Once or twice before. How are you looking, France? You got some debt still? We could give them money, of course, but it's just not worth it, in my opinion. I think before I declare this war, we should let Muscovy finish up his war, but I will. I certainly will declare on the PL soon, guys. We got to send them into decline. I should be doing wars like that where I'm not going to take land because coring cost and aggressive expansion, whilst we are completing religious ideas. Hungary gets powerful magnates until the death of our ruler, which gives us -3 unrest, nobility, loyalty a lot. That's pretty good. At the cost of 10% tax, 25% technology cost, and 25% idea cost. Oh my goodness. Or we lose through stability and fight a bunch of rebels. Oh my goodness, that's not good either. I guess I value my admin a lot, but speaking of valuing admin, it's going to make this way more expensive. It's going to make it 500. Damn. Holy crap. No. Most of that is because I think it's cheaper to do this. He's getting pretty old, but... Aw, man. I think this is an event that happens as Hungary regardless. In fact, according to this, it might happen during his lifetime. Like a mean time to happen. Ah, man, I guess there's some downsides to being a mighty Magyar savage. I think we're going to go with this, guys. We can fight the rebels no problem, and the main reason boosting stability cost is up so high is because it's so high. We'll boost our stability from -1 to 0, and we're basically out of the woods, whereas this modifier is just repulsive. So that way we can hope that our Grand Emperor sticks around. Unfortunate event there, but, you know, there we go. Brutal. Yeah. One-time hit of 111, and unfortunately we lose the loyalty and the stability, the additional stability, but probably worth. Probably worth over that 25% tech idea cost and 10% reduced tax income. Probably worth. Now, guys, the other thing I want to do is make sure right now, if we look at our where should I be looking for this cavalry ratio? We've got 50%, right? Cavalry to, oh god, what is the ratio? That says plus 50%. I think it's 50%. What's the ratio here? Somebody's got to tell me on YouTube. What is our ratio of cavalry to infantry? I think it's 50%. I hope I'm not doing that wrong. But I'm going to make sure we have as much cavalry as possible, because our cavalry is so badass. That's going to help us against like nations like the Polish. Right now we have no infantry, but yeah, make sure to keep the cavalry up for these upcoming wars to make them clean and decisive with our completely badass cavalry. With that being said, guys, I guess we've done some stuff this episode, but primarily I'm trying to, with our 11 admin per month, smash out religious ideas, get this discipline, which we'll have very shortly, and by that time I want to be prepped with our discipline. I can tick up to Tech 8 too, sir. You think I'm afraid of your Tech 8? You're wrong. I'm going to go in against Poland before he unlocks his own national ideas, which are powerful, and we're going to send him into a decline. And I've been thinking, you know, I want to own this, but I think what I will do is give it to Bohemia, if I can. As long as it's inside the Empire, there's no core there. Same scenario as Istria. I think I'll try to get that inside the Empire and feed Bohemia like crazy. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I'm going to do. You know, if we use the Imperial Band CB, then what? Who do I give it to? Myself? And I release nations to weaken him. This is we're gonna use 10 favors, but we're gonna boost our favors like crazy if we give Bohemia most of the stuff, and we integrate Bohemia for free in the future. The stronger Bohemia gets, the more likely he is to run out of valid rivals like Bavaria or even Austria at some stage, and then throw up a rivalry against the Ottomans, for example. So yeah, going to be a similar scenario next episode of being pretty casual. Let's use these units I just recruited to sit on these revolting provinces to try to prevent that. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to keep an eye out for cheeky PUs for free, but the absolute beauty, I've almost never done that, guys. I've almost never rushed down diplomatic ideas, and I love the fact that I pulled it off without influence this time around. Breaking our royal marriages like that, so good. We don't need to make use of our diplo slot at the moment. It's probably going to serve us as a subject one way or another, like Bulgaria in the future to feed the hell out of, or Byzantium. But currently, I'm going to be looking out for cheeky PU opportunities. Obviously, if a nation's too small, like Bosnia is getting damn near too small. If any smaller than them, I would not even bother trying to PU them because they're just simply too small. But I will try to PU any nation of any significance. So that's coming up in the next episode. Hopefully, we can diminish these papal rebels by just chilling here. And yeah, in due time, going to declare on the PLC. It's going to be a pretty big war. It's going to be a pretty big war, but with our defensive diplomacy, we should be safe from even the Ottomans attacking us, even while we're at war, because of a nation like France. Very good. And he's getting on top of his economy for the most part. So, yes, very nice. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'm still enjoying this. Looking forward to the long, long road ahead of one tagging the entire world. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.